Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of like holiday glam slash New Year's Eve inspired makeup look. All of these makeup products are newer to my channel, and this is kind of like the last hurrah of like showing newer products this year. And yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so we're gonna start with eyes because this palette that I picked up has a lot of fallout because it's really glittery, and so I just want to make sure that my base looks as best as it can with this type of formula. So I went ahead and I picked up the Chanel Holiday 2023 palette in Lumiere Graphique, and it's this beautiful all shimmer quint. When I first saw images of it, when it first launched, I was kind of unimpressed. I was like, not really for me. But then when I saw people using it and then someone used it on a professional model, it just looked so stunning. And I realized in just 5 shadows, like Chanel accomplished a very glittery, beautiful day to night palette. And so I picked it up. So this is what I'm going to be putting on my eyes today. So in this palette, you get a gold, a kind of like olive leaning taupey shade, a shimmery black, a kind of peachy color, and then this really, really icy glitter topper. And what's cool about this glitter topper is you can sheer it out or make it as opaque as you want it depending on your look. So today I'm going to go in with these two as the base color, and I'm just going to mix them together on a flat brush here and take that all over the eye. So this is going to give us that warm base to contrast with the cooler tones that we're going to put on top of it. And this will help make kind of like a wet glowy effect. Take a little bit more of the peach and kind of spread it up to the brow bone here. Next, I'm going to take this taupey shade and put it just on the outer corner to create kind of a smoky dimensional look. And I'm just going to pat that color on. Not too much swiping or agitating the glitter too much, causing it to fall onto my face. And you just need a little bit. When I think of holiday looks, I always think of the combination of silver and gold mixed together, kind of that like opulent, not necessarily too silver, but not necessarily too gold, but like the mixing of metals, if you will. And I think this palette really encapsulates that kind of aesthetic. Taking a smaller, more like floofier brush, this is the Sephora Pro Shadow 18. This is one of my favorite eyeshadow brushes, and I'm going to go into the black here, and I'm going to take that along my lash line and to the outer corner. Again, tapping, because you don't want too much going onto your face. You can probably see it, like in here, but that's just kind of the nature of the beast. This is actually one of the more like pigmented Chanel products that I've used. It's really, really lovely. And they blend together just very effortlessly. Like it's a very like well-formulated luxury makeup product. Okay, now that we like kind of blocked in that color, we're gonna go ahead and blend. I went ahead and I wiped off my brush onto like a little towel to make sure that there's no extra product on the brush, because you don't want to like add more product to a glittery smoky eye. So I'm just gonna take it and lightly blend. And we're gonna clean this up with concealer later. We're kind of ombreing that into the more like warmer gold tones. Take this look and kind of elevate it to that, you know, New Year's Eve glitzy kind of look. I'm gonna take my finger now and go in to the really icy shade. And I'm gonna start in the inner corner and dab to the middle. Ooh, this is so pretty. I've been wanting to do a tutorial with this, like a get ready with me with this palette for a while, but I've just been so sick and like my energy was so just at E. Like the fuel tank was on E. And so I just really wanted to commit to doing a good job. I'm gonna take a little bit up into the brow, on the brow bone here, but trying not to get it into the actual brow hairs. Like, look at the difference in the eyes. Oh, so good, so good. Going on to the other eye. Yeah, I am feeling much better now. Thank you for being so patient with me with getting my favorites videos up. I know I'm not like super late, but there was kind of a little time gap in between the first video and the last two videos, and also not making fun of my like bedhead, because I was very sick, but I was well enough to do a full face of makeup, but not to do my hair. So thank you for nobody making fun of me for my bedhead in those videos. I was looking pretty funny. But yeah, ooh. I'm obsessed with this palette. And when I say day to night, I feel like if you were only wearing like the peach and the gold with like maybe a brown matte shadow in the crease or whatever, and then a little bit of the icy one like in the inner corner, like that would be a really beautiful glitzy daytime look. And then if you had somewhere to go at night, you would just go ahead and go in with these two to just kind of smoke it out and amplify it a little bit more. And it's just, I'm really taken aback. Like, this is such a beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow palette. Big win. So for my base, I went ahead and I picked up the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Concealer. I got this in the shade N120, and I think this is a really good shade match for me, and I'm so excited to show you how it pairs with my very beloved Givenchy color corrector in the green. It's just such a beautiful combination. You just look so healthy. So healthy. It's absolutely stunning. The combination of this together, it's so, how do I put it? It's very, very hydrating. The shade range is so honed in and just so lovely. This is a very like thin serum-y kind of formula, but not to the point where it doesn't give you any coverage. It just feels like skincare mixed with a concealer. Yeah, and honestly, I think this is better than the Tower 28. A lot of people have been asking me to compare the Kosas to the Tower 28, but I think that this beats the Tower 28. So I think, yeah, this is now tied with the Kosas, and I've only been using it for a short amount of time, and it's already, like, you know, up there. That is the skin. It makes such a beautiful base. It's such a wonderful combination. I love it. I love it so much. For my bronzer contour, I'm going in with the Armani Beauty Neo Nude in the shade 21. Oh, I'm obsessed with this. I definitely use this every day, pretty much. It's just so like matte and velvety, and it just goes on like a little cloud. It's just so good. I'm just gonna take that around the perimeters of my face. I love how buildable this is. Like, you can really have this be super natural, or you can have it be more sculpting or bronzing, depending on your skin tone. I like the shade 21 because it does have more of a warmer undertone, and so I find that it's more friendly when it comes to applying it, a little less like a chiseling product. You can really just kind of take it all over the face. And this works beautifully on the eyes as it does on the skin. And I just am obsessed with this product, and I want more shades. I want. I'm just gonna take a little bit more in here just to kind of chisel a little bit more. Yeah, this product is definitely giving the Tower 28 Sculptino a run for its money when it comes to a place in my heart. For highlight, I picked up another Baume Essentiel. This is in the shade Sculpting. Ugh, I'm so happy I did. I've been really wanting this for such a long time, and I'm so, so happy that I picked it up. It's everything that I want a cream balm highlight to be. It has no glitter. It goes on in this like beautiful transparent glass-like veil. And it just really takes your skin, like your complexion look, to the next level. It's just such a beautiful product. I'm taking this with the Katie Jane Hughes highlighting brush from her highlight collection. And I think that this is just such a beautiful brush to use with cream products, because it doesn't really like soak up any of the product. Oh, look at that. Oh, Baume Essentiel. This is a cult favorite for cream balmy highlight lovers, you know, and I'm finally part of the team. I just, ooh. Going back to Armani, I picked up one of their Luminous Silk Glow Blushes. I have this in the shade 11. Ooh, this is really, really pretty. I've been really liking this when I wear more like cooler tone looks like I am today. It goes on in like this beautiful, beautiful veil of color. Ooh. You see, just not adding too much, because this is definitely about like the eyes, but it's also, you know, not dulling the Baume Essentiel all that much. Look in the viewfinder here. Yeah. It's not like dulling my shine. And if anything, it's just kind of refining it a little bit. Take a little bit onto my forehead because that's important. Yeah, I really, really like this. It's subtly pigmented. It's a subtle. It's a subtle sheen to the face. It's not glittery. It's not like, you know, baked or anything like that. It just has this like veil of like luminescence, and that's what I'm really looking for in a powder blush now. Like not necessarily matte, but matte with kind of like a luminescence about it that gives the skin just this refined, subtle healthiness, this airbrushedness, and yeah, really big fan. Love this. Staying with Armani, the end of this year has been really big for me with Armani Beauty. Like I just like discovered them out of nowhere. Like I always knew Armani Beauty existed, but I was never really tempted. But then I bit the bullet and I started trying products, and then I just wanted more and more and more, and I have yet to dislike anything that I've tried. This is the Luminous Silk Concealer. I finally got this, and this is in the shade 3. Now this is not an all over concealer for me. It does have this kind of like light reflecting property to really cancel out any darkness under the eyes. And also the shade 3, even though it was like advertised as like a light neutral, it is pretty light for me, but not to the point where it's just like blatantly the wrong shade, you know? So I just take teeny tiny little dab. I'm going to take some right here, and that's literally it. This is a very like light coverage kind of luminescent type of concealer. The formula of this is just so advanced. This is the first concealer to never crease on me whatsoever. Like this does not crease on me. And like I'm even including like the Kosas Revealer Concealer, which is my favorite concealer of all time. That even creases on me a little bit. But this, it will look the same from the time that I put it on and it's blended out and it's settled in to the time I take it off at night when I'm doing my skincare and getting ready for bed. Like this concealer really is it. And I wish I had like kind of a darker shade so that I could see how it wears all over the face. But as you see, this is very brightening, and maybe this is like, you know, meant for only under the eyes, but if you're not new here, then you know I do prefer using a concealer as a base, all over the face base product to any sort of like high coverage foundation. Like I really like to pinpoint where my coverage is. I'm just gonna take a little bit in the center here. And then, yeah, so I would like to figure out what like my all over base shade would be, because the shade, oof, I got a little, because the shade range is kind of strange. Like the numbers don't necessarily mean depth, if I'm thinking of this correctly, like, because I definitely thought that the shade 3 would be like my all over skin tone, but it's definitely like an under eye brightener concealer for me, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I do like to make the most out of my products. But yeah, this Luminous Silk Concealer, it's really, really luxurious. Like, ooh. I'm gonna take my base product brush that I put my Givenchy products on with, and just kind of go underneath and make sure that everything is nice and blended together. Kind of like a lazy underpainting technique, you know? Just make sure everything looks good. What is that? It's like a fuzzy, yeah. And I have a hive, ooh. Okay. That is looking really, really nice. Just make sure that the line is nice and crisp before I go in with mascara. Mascara, I'm just going in with my mini Le Volume de Chanel. And this isn't new to me, but I figured we're kind of on a Chanel theme today. And plus, I really want like a volumized big lash with this look. Ooh, yeah, this is... I love how like thickening and lengthening and just like glossy black this mascara is. Like, this is not a subtle look type of mascara. Like, this is for the girlies that want a thick, thick lash. You will get it with this mascara. It does kind of, I don't want to say it smudges or flakes, but when it does get wet, it gets a little, you know, temperamental. But on the same note, it's also like not the, I don't want to say it's hard to take off, but it's like not easily removable. You know, like you will get some raccoon eyes if you just use face wash when trying to take off this product. But other than that, I have no complaints. Gorgeous. It's so, so gorgeous. Okay, so those are the eyes done. So obsessed. So moving on to lips, I've been seeing this lip combination a lot on Instagram, and I think it looks really, really lovely. It kind of reminds me of like a luxury take on grayish dead girl lips that were kind of this trend in 2016, 2017. So I've been seeing people take the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Cacao. It's this you know, very contour-esque, cool-toned lip liner. And so, so this doesn't get too, like, 90s looking, I'm only going to kind of take it ever so slightly on the edges here and keep kind of blending it so that the line is not too harsh. And while I like kind of a more prominent lip liner look, I feel like with this one, it looks better when you take a little extra time with it to blend it. To finish off the lips, I'm going in with the Chanel Rouge Coco Flash in the shade Boy. This is number 54. It's this kind of milky kind of taupe color. And it's kind of a cult favorite. This product's been around for a while. And it gives like this kind of milky grayy gloss to the lips. So that is the lip combination. I really like it. I don't know if this is like an everyday for me. I think I would pair this with a little bit of like a warmer lip liner for the everyday, because I do like to take a more cool tone sculpting lip liner with more of like a berry or a red shade. But yeah, this is the lips, and I think it's a very, very like classic and pretty, very sophisticated looking. Okay, so that is it. That is my kind of holiday New Year's Eve party look using new products, and I hope you enjoyed. This is going to be my last video for 2023. Thank you so much for a wonderful year, and really enjoying the community that I'm building here and all of you wonderful, wonderful people that take the time to like, comment, to subscribe, to always come back and, you know, just watch my videos. And thank you so much, and I'll see you next year. Bye!